Good afternoon. I would like to take a moment to introduce myself. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Marilyn J. Mentzer, commonly known as Mary Jo, and I am a candidate for District 15, Iowa House of Representatives. This is my first Mentzer for Iowa update, which I hope helps answer a few questions in addition to responding to a few questions. So what has been my number one question? Since my background is in real estate, it's not surprising how many real estate related questions I have been getting. The most frequent question I have heard since announcing I was running for office is, why aren't real estate agents disclosing the TCE in Missouri Valley / Harrison County, Iowa? It is a serious disclosure issue, and I have been working on that issue. Friday afternoon, a Harrison County resident who is also a disabled vet reached out to me, sharing a little bit of his story with me, and I'd like to share what we discussed with you now. A few years ago, the disabled vet purchased a lot in the area where the TCE is. And it was an established subdivision where he planned to build a home. It was not disclosed to him that the lot was in a moratorium due to the TCE. So he was issued, my understanding is, he was issued a building permit, but when it got time to build, he was not issued a well permit. So the problem was, none of these things were disclosed to him prior to closing on the property. So now he sits with a lot that is taxed as a residential lot and no ability to build on the lot. It's gut-wrenching to me to hear these stories. I've heard them over and over and over in the past few weeks. Several Harrison County residents have reached out to me, many because of improper disclosure issues on their property, just like the disabled Army vet. Others have reached out to me because they're sick, or they've had family members also become sick. I received this message in September after Valley Rally that I'd like to share with you. Quote, read your bio regarding the TCE. I just had a brain tumor removed, so I'm really curious to see if anybody else has any health issues. My husband has been sick. We've lost 2 dogs to cancer, so there's that. Could be coincidence, could be the water. We do have a water filtration system, and they come, I think, every other month to test it. We would very much like to build on another parcel of our land for our son, and we are told by the county that we cannot. It's really disheartening to spend all this money on land and then find out your water is poisoned and then find out that you can't even build on it. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully this makes sense. I'm using speech to text. Also, we drank it for, I want to say 12 to 14 years before they even told us. And you know damn well the government knew about it long before they told us, unquote. Each one of these individuals, whether it's a health issue or they've been caught up in a financial issue, have reached out to me because of TCE in our county, in Harrison County, Iowa. these individuals have also reached out to local, state, and federal leaderships. I'm talking about representatives, governors, and other people in legislation that's supposed to be representing us and all of our needs. Most of the responses have been nothing but crickets. So what can I do about it? I'm just a candidate. First, you have to admit there's a problem before you can fix it. I will admit there's a problem, because there is a problem. In my opinion, there's a huge problem, which has been, for the most part, ignored for over a decade. This week I have written a letter to both the Iowa and Nebraska Real Estate Commissions, trade organizations, and Southwest Iowa Board of Realtors. Because I believe those agencies have the skills and the talents to both help agents obtain the tools they need to properly disclose the TCE in Harrison County, and by giving them some additional educational opportunities. To sum all this up, Iowa is number 2 nationally in cancer rates, and Harrison County is number 5 in the state of Iowa for high cancer rates. I guess if you want cancer, move to Harrison County, Iowa. I'm going to share a few statistics with you. These are the results through 2025 from the Army Corps' annual update, which was disclosed on May 21st, 2025. There are, or have been tested, 143 residential wells sampled since 2013. That sampling frequency depends on established decision logic and approved right of entry by the people who own the wells. 19 residential wells with TCE concentrations greater than the maximum contaminant level of 5 milligrams per liter. There's 19 wells with high toxins of TCE. That's a lot. 8 residential wells with TCE concentrations less than MCL of 5 micrograms per liter, but still pretty toxic. And 116 residential wells with TCE concentrations less than laboratory detection limits. So there's still 116 wells that have TCE in them, but not at that risk margin. So what do? We educate ourselves, and we figure out ways to solve problems. We can't solve cancer, but we can slow down the problem. If you want to learn more about TCE, there are resources available to you. The Missouri Valley Public Library has a section dedicated to the public from the Army Corps engineers, where they're sharing both history and updates. I've gone in myself and checked out information. It's very informative. I encourage you to go to the Missouri Valley Public Library. They can show you exactly where the section is. In addition, the Army Corps and the DNR do offer an annual meeting to also help educate the public. The notification of the meeting is published in the Harrison County Times Reporter and has traditionally been presented in the spring. I'm also hearing there's grants available to help pay for wells and cleanup, which Harrison County needs to seek and apply for. So if there's any grant writers out there, we need your help. We need to start applying for grants. going to continue to update you on what I'm doing with TCE, in addition to property taxes and the importance of bringing more individuals into the building trades and other labor opportunities. I want to thank you for your support, and I also would like to add, Maddie Kirst, you're in my prayers, and I know a lot of other people's in the county. We're praying for you. I believe in better, and I know you do too. So let's fight this problem together and bring awareness to the people in Harrison County. Thank you.